Well, I had every intention of making a much longer video on the way over here, on the way over to the Meadows, but it was just one phone call after another, and I never got to do my video. And rather than go to the Meadows and give you guys a video later on, I thought I would get you a little bit shorter one, although I'm going to have to talk really fast if I want to make this list short. Oh my God. Just a real update on a lot of, in response to emails. Hey, Anthony, what's your thoughts on Cadeau? Hey, Anthony, what's your thoughts on Bluebird Tuxedo Hill? How is he going? So I trained 3 horses today in the race bike. I watched Cadeau train because he's in here on Friday. I had a great email from Joel today saying, is Cadeau really the best horse for the next generation? You'd said that maybe the way the other horse qualified, that maybe Cadeau could. He said, but are we just taking him because he have a spot, or is he actually good enough? Now, I love Joel to death. Great guy, but always errs super left to the side in conservatism when it comes to the horses, right? And it's wonderful to have a client that's grounded like that. More times than not, it's, hey, can Cadeau go? Hey, Joel's always one saying, Tactical Mound, should we really chase all those best fillies all over the world? Of course we should, because she's one of them. She's one of the best fillies. And to be one of the best fillies, you have to beat and race against the best fillies. Do I think and know Cadeau will trot in 56 and be a good horse in the next generation if that's who we bring? No, I don't know that. But I don't think we shouldn't bring him just because he hasn't won in 56 yet. The horse will do good on Friday, look great training today, and I believe is a nice horse. Up until one day ago, I thought that I Don't Play Nice would be a slam dunk for the next generation, but after seeing him scope and seeing him qualify yesterday, I'm not so sure. But that's the beauty of having a number of horses that fit the one race. That particular, the Colt division training down for us was so wide open, right? For the longest time, we had 6 or 7 horses that were doing good. Then a couple fell by the wayside. A couple of them, when really push came to shove, fizzled out a little bit. A couple needed time. It's not like the fillies, right? Aunt Lily and another great email yesterday, somebody making a case for Freedom Hill to go to the next generation. So I'm going to nip that in the bud. Aunt Lily will be the filly going to the next generation. I just think they're both very, very nice fillies, but that would be the one that I would choose. I just think she's a bigger, stronger, more durable filly right now, and both of those fillies would beat up on the Colts that we have. So I would like to send Freedom Hill to the Colts division if they would take her, but unfortunately that's not the way it works. So Cadeau trained good today. A huge win last night from Greatest Ending. Man, somebody said he looks so good. You know why? Because he's an open pacer that won the bottom class. That's why he looks so good. We just need a more consistent version of that horse last night. And I understand getting away last. There's no reason you can't leave with him now. He's got his feet underneath him. He's sure-footed, as I said to Jason. I know that Chris didn't know the horse. He drove him fair, drove him honest, and quite frankly, we both thought that if he stayed on his feet, behaved himself, didn't tie up when he was down there, and came ready to race, he would win from anywhere. And he did. Not very often you see a horse 9th at the head of the lane and win in 53 come 27-1. Not very often you see that. To come a last quarter in 27-1, 4 wide around the last turn. Now, how fast is he coming if he stays along the rail? He's a freak. He's a very, very fast horse, but we need him to be a consistent freak. And then, of course, Oakwood Cowboy claimed last night a very pedestrian-looking 4th place finish. Dominic said the track was bad. I get it. It was bad for everybody. And I just, him leaving is very bittersweet. Bitter in the sense that we took an absolute bath on Oakwood Cowboy. Sweet in the sense that that bath is now over. So he can do an 8-10 claimer. I know he can, but that's the issue with claimers is they get claimed. So that is that. Now, in regards, I'm going to run through some updates really quick. I'm going to start with the 3 I trained today. Allie's got grit, trained great. They have her running in to run out and get out of gear, and now he's going the other way, which is a good thing, but made a little break because he was running in away from that stuff in the last turn. Still went a mile and 2.6, was probably going to go a mile and 2.3 otherwise. Pretty simple fix from what I can see. Allie's got grit was good today. The other filly, what a lady, what a night, 2.5 last half in a minute. She was awesome this morning. I was really, really pleased with her. And Bluebird Tuxedo Hill has been fighting some illness since the open house for the most part. We've been able to train him a couple of times, but nothing fast. I went a mile and 2.8 today in the race bike. He's ready to go. Truthfully speaking, I have to talk to Jason about who we're taking to Marion next week. I know Jason hates the fair, so does Amy. I love them. So we're going to the fair Tuesday and Wednesday in Marion. And the only question we have to answer is who's going? Who else is going? What horses are going? And I think Bluebird might. You could talk me into it after today's training. Is he ready to race? No, but he'll get around a fair. And does he need to go? No. LT Troubadour is going for sure. Who's the other colt that will be joining him? Wander Hill will likely be the other horse. So Bluebird Tuxedo Hill, he's pretty well ready to go, but he's not in racing shape just yet, if that makes sense to you. Atron, trained great last week, is pretty well ready to rock. Now it's just a matter of what are we getting her ready for. I don't want her ready too early. We plan on taking her to Lexington. I want to talk to Dr. Rucker and Russell, the two owners of the horse, and just say, hey, what are your thoughts on Atron? I think she's sitting on a very good qualifier and some great racing. I really like this filly, and I think we're going to have a lot of fun with her. And that leads into another horse right here we're going to have a ton of fun with, Captain Incredible. Harry now has joined the cheerleading squad. He's raving about this colt. His only concern is about having him ready. And I said, there's no time frame. I do want him ready. Like, don't drag your feet. But if you're saying, hey, I don't think I can have him ready for June 15th to race against the better horses, then fine, make it June 25th. All his best racing is towards the end of the year, from August to November virtually, is when all his big races come up. So just have him ready when you have him ready. Century Legion, Chicago Hall, the worst has happened. They drew in together, and even the worst of the worst, I wanted to get home and drive Century Legion. Now, James is going to drive Chicago Hall. I would have driven Century Legion, but we have 5 2-year-olds and 3 Point Blue Chip in here Friday night, so we can't. I believe Chris Christopherou is going to drive Century Legion, and Century Legion did join Harry's barn. That fair is fair. We moved some horses, Resolve Indeed and Century Legion, over to Harry to race for the summer. My Wicked Heart maybe could go over there too. I'm not sure yet. We're just trying to get an even balance for everybody, and both those colts look great going into Friday night. I hope Chicago does well. It'll be World War IV shortly after World War III with James. Last week. Cleveland Masha is training down and starting to look good. Country Dancing, I trained yesterday in 59. Grassroot, we're going Stallion Series with her. Long year with this filly. Stallion Series on July the 4th. I was so happy to hear my partner, one of our partners, messaged me yesterday and said, Stallion Series? Yes, that's where I want to start her. Dancing by myself. A couple of these horses are likely going to get turned out for a little bit just to grow up. Dancing by myself, hit himself, left hind. It's just maturity. That's all it is. The horse is dialed in. He wants to be a horse. He just can't do it on his terms right yet. So before we put him in a position where he starts to dislike his work, I think maybe we have to reevaluate everything and say, okay, he's not going to be a stake horse right now. Why don't we just give him some time and bring him back on his schedule? And I think that's probably a good idea. That's not set in stone right now, but I think that's the direction we're heading in. In fact, I believe there's 3 horses that fit that mold. We'll talk about Felix in a minute, potentially him. Same type of thing. Different situation. He's not hitting, just needs to mature. Dancing in My Socks will likely go to the fair on Tuesday, as will Fire and Shine. Again, people are asking, Anthony, where are these horses? Where are they going to race? I did want to do this video to update everybody. So Dancing in My Socks will go to the Marion Fair, I believe, as will Fire and Shine. Freedom Hill will race here in the second leg of the pop-up series. Green Glitter will also race in that leg because she's going to miss her sire stake on Saturday. Her Grassroots, her stallion, she was sick, had a weight count of 14, which is plenty high. So she's going to miss Saturday's race. We'll have her ready to go next Saturday in the second leg of the pop-up series. Gaslight Hall is training down good, but again, he's 2-3 weeks. He's in that holding pattern. He's in that 2 to 3 week holding pattern right now. He'll be ready soon. Grand Old Chap, good, but a little choppy today. I don't think it was EPM. I think his left foot bothers him a little bit. He's tiny bit clubby left front. We can clean that foot up, put a bar shoe on there, and start him back up. But he looked good. Before you'd say he looked sloppy, and yeah, you could talk me into EPM. Now it just looks he's a little pinchy left front. So we're going to move forward and fix that up. Grand Slam deal was good the other day. Scott was worried that he shut her air off in the post parade, and somebody said, I don't understand what that means. Scotty fought with her so much. Sometimes when you're fight with them, you can constrict their airway, right? You see that under scope, which we did. So we need to address that this week. Green Glitter, as I said, isn't going Saturday. We'll go next Saturday. Gymboree showed a little bit of blood, but Eric was confident that he could have her cleaned up for next week and everything would be fine. So she's going to get her next start there. High Hopes is the third horse that I could be talked into turning out. Not yet. I just see her improving so much mentally and physically, but she's just not there yet. right? She's just not a stake filly yet. So do we wait? We can. There's no reason not to. But my thinking is at some point over the next 14, 15, 16 days to say, okay, let's just turn them out in the field and hit reset and move forward. I don't play nice. We'll be fine. I don't think off that qualifier he's our guy heading to the next generation, but that will depend on how Cadeau does on Saturday also. He trained very good today, so I'll be interested in what takes place in that regard. I think they're both very nice colts. I just have to send the right one to the right place. I'm a Trucker is back starting. He's going to start training this week. The horse looks good, put weight on, his knees are cold. Everything we wanted. Everything we talk about turning out, this is what we want to see. Are the horses come back good? Leggy needs a little bit of time. She had that chip removed from her sesamoid. She's going to start walking soon. And then light jogging after that, but that'll be on Dr. Latessa's okays. LT Troubadour will race very soon. You might see him at the fair on Tuesday also. Melisandre, again, starting to train her full bore. I'm going to go with her again tomorrow. A little stronger training mile tomorrow. Mountaineer Prince races Thursday night in Michigan, so good luck to Donnie and all my partners. Never Lose Felix, as I just said, might need a little time to mature. We'll see. Pelican Alice still out in the field. Will be coming back soon. Princess Dream is training full bore. Been in 30 at a mile and a half today. Resolve Indeed entered Harry's barn. Was supposed to train in 2:10 at Mohawk today. I'll be talking to Harry later on about her. Rose Run Alexander needs about 2 more weeks. Her knee is still big, but it's knitting together nice. It's healing up nice. With jogging sound, but we'll be able to start training her soon enough. Rosetta trained good here yesterday. I have to talk to Tim about when her next start will be. Her first stake is slated for July the 12th in New Jersey, so we'll see how that fits. She Sits at the Bar is still obviously injured. Pretty sore still in that leg, but coming along. Southwind Idex now just getting healthy again. We'll probably train him a little bit tomorrow. Speed of Sound also. Maybe train her a bit tomorrow. She might be a 4th horse that might go to the field for a little bit also. The Priest was great yesterday, but scoped full of allergy mucus. We have to get on top of that before his first start. Trevino on green, I was told today, trained very good in 2.8, so I'm interested. I'm waiting to hear from Danny on Trevino, but happy about it. Wander Hill trained, will train tomorrow also. He'll be racing Tuesday at the Marion Fair. Westland Warrior, question marks all over the place with this guy. Am I leaving him here, or am I leaving him there or bringing him back here to Pennsylvania? I don't know yet. It'll be one or the other, and I'll make my decision up very soon. What a Lady, What a Night trained great today. She's pretty well ready to go. Woodmere Betcha again in that holding pattern until the vets give Smitty, my buddy Jamie Smith, a green light. Dominion racing soon with the hobbles on. We're going to let this guy rock this week. Made some changes with him. Harry said Flash Fly will come back in a week. George of the Jungle is going to Dresden to race in the grassroots, I believe. Great Bet will be in to go. First chance available at Northfield Park again. Somebody asked, is he coming back to Ontario? Probably not. Probably not. He's racing good here. We're probably going to leave him here. Insider Trading, huge update with my partners I just gave them. She is not in full. So she's going to use this time as downtime. We'll bring her back to Pennsylvania. Well, Northfield first and then Pennsylvania soon as we can. Mel Gibbswan, his leg is healing up nice. They're going to inject him this week. Militant is racing Saturday evening from the rail in a good class again. Mounds for All, update on this guy too. He had put a small fracture line in his left hind. P3, very rare injury, and it will heal. The prognosis is great. They couldn't even find it. They had to find it under MRI. They couldn't find it under X-ray. So at least we know what it is and how to fix it. Punch the Clock is... if you're not a partner in ours, you don't know the entire saga that took place there. We went to an embryo transfer situation with her for a number of reasons, a myriad of information, of reasons. She ovulated. They took the egg, they put it in the donor mare, so we should know within the next 7 days if that mare is in full. But the rate of execution for this is very, very high. So should be a positive result, hopefully, in the next week. Time is on my side, getting ready to go here very soon. Kenobi is now ready to go again. Nasty foot separation found with him, fixed and ready to go. Spitfire is out in the field for 3.5 weeks. Serious Dragon, you may see come over here. Not a lot of classes left for him in Ontario. Got to get this guy over here. And Delicious Stone, same type of thing. Delicious Stone, he'll be ready to go very, very soon. You, a little bit of a speed update, but you're all updated now. You know everything I know about all the horses. If I missed your horse, drop me a line, let me know. I'll be happy to update you as well. I'm late. I have to go. Take care.